Hello everyone, my name is Manjit Singh and I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I am a third year LLB student of Lord Law College. Today's my topic is, which was in news, that Delhi High Court has granted bail to five accused in Delhi Roads case. The Delhi High Court has granted bail to the five persons arrested in connection with the North East Delhi riots that shocked the national capital in February last year. Single judge bench of Justice Subramaniam Prasad on Friday granted bail to five accused. First, Farooq, and second one was Muhammad Arif, and third one was Sahbad Ahmad, and the fourth one was Suvalim, and the fifth one was Tabashum. These all five who all have been in judicial custody since last year for allegedly causing the death of head constable Ratan Lal, as also causing serious head injuries to DCP of Northeast and damaging public property during the protest. The order of the court, Delhi High Court, was the bench, while stating that the accused cannot be made to languish behind bar for a longer period of time, noted bail jurisprudence attempt to bridge the gap between the personal liberty of an accused and ensuring social security remains intact. It is the intricate balance between securing the personal liberty of an individual and other ensuring that the liberty does not lead to an eventual disturbance of public orders. It is against and against the principle uh, enriched in our constitution to allow an accused to remain languishing behind bars during the pendency of the trial. The court, while deciding an application or for grant of bail, must traverse this intricate path very carefully and take multiple factors into consideration before arriving at the resultant order whereby it grants or rejects bail. It is constitutional duty of the court to ensure that is no arbitrary deprived of personal liberty in the face of excess of state power. Bail is the rule and jail is the exception, and court must exercise their jurisdiction to uphold the tenets of personal liberty subject to the rightful regulation of same by validity enacted legislation. It added that an FIR was registered at police station. The background of the case was the FIR was registered at the police station Dayalpur on complaint made by the constable who was on duty at the Chand Bagh area, the place where the alleged incident happened during the protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. It was stated that on February 4, 2020, 2022, the protester carrying stick, baseball sticks, iron rods, and stones mobilized near the Chand Bagh area around 1 p.m. and were moving towards the Wazirabad road. It was further stated that the police officer attempted to convince the crowd to not move forward. However, despite the legal warnings, the crowd did not set up and turn violent. Some people from amongst the crowd started attacking the police officials as well as passers with the weapons they were carrying, just I mentioned above. During the alleged incident, several police officers was also public persons. Several police officers as also public persons suffered injuries, including the complainant. The ACP Golakpuri and DCP Sadra and head constable Ratan Lal were also attacked, and as a result, they fell down and suffered grievous head injuries. The injuries, the injured people were taken to a hospital, wherein head constable Ratan Lal succumbed to the injuries. Senior counsel Rikaba John President Sabad Ahmad submitted that the that he has been falsely implicated in the case for taking in a peaceful protest against CAA and volunteering at the protest site. She further submitted that there are loopholes in the investigation conducted by the police and that there was a delay in recording the statement of witness in the matter. Similarly, Advocate Abdul Ghaffar, representing Tabassum, submitted that she has been falsely implicated in the matter of the account of her religious identity for an exercising fundamental rights of freedom of speech and expression. Per contra, while posing application. The Special Public Prosecutor for the state, Amit Prasad, submitted raised by the SCG. The bench observed the applicability of the section 149 IPC, especially read with the section 302, cannot done on the basis of vague evidence and general allegations, where there is a crowd involved in the judicate of the ground denial of bail. The court must hesitate before arriving at the conclusion that every member of the unlawful assembly inhabit a common intention to accomplish the unlawful common object. This was the circumstances and the facts of the case. Thank you. Please like, subscribe and comment on my videos and even on my channel. Do comment your questions on the comment box. If you have any questions with regards to this video, the video does not solicit any kinds of promotions or advertisement as per the guidelines of the Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of my making of this video is for the educational purpose only. Thank you.